What's up, YouTube? Sorry about that. Whole thing crashed right in the middle of the damn intro. So now I got to do another one so I can edit that part up. All right, here we go. Late. Sorry for that. I don't know what. Weird shit. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, support the streaming. Feel so fun. Give me a 1 if you can hear me clearly, since this thing keeps going on its own. It's like it's reacting really slow. Okay, Aquateki can hear me. Aquateki on the Sharpie end of the stick. Time zone, friend zone, end zone, war zone, phantom zone, twilight zone, or in the zone. Yes. All in the zones. What's up, Nigel? King Parrish. So I'm going to share this conversation that I had today with you guys. And I was hoping Toya would come through here so she can give me some female feedback on this. Because I think I'm right about it, but it's always good to just bounce stuff off of, people who would know something about it. I mean, you can be a smart motherfucker, but if you do not, call on the intelligence of other people who actually have experience with it, you're actually dumb. You're actually really dumb. You do not have all the answers. You don't. You have to know how to reach outside yourself and get those answers at times. So I was hoping one of the ladies would come through here, one of the few ladies that come through here, as far as I know, that show up in the chat. I might have a bunch of ninja watchers. But I'd really be curious about this. So I'm having a conversation with my coworker, and I shouldn't say that. Anyway, he's relating a story to me about one of the dudes at the job, right? And apparently, motherfucker, she asked him about doing some work. He said he would do some work, but put the preface on it that, if you would do it as a friend, or if you would do it as a really good friend. And for him, a really good friend will have sex with him. Now, she was kind of appalled by that, right? It's a friend of mine. She was kind of appalled because she's young. Like, uh, at the time that he did it, it was kind of classless, but no, it happens, right? Yeah, he wanted some ass for what he was going to do. Because at this point, y'all know we all in the manosphere. So when I tell you this stuff and line this out, you'll automatically, your alarm bells will start going off, right? Apparently, he been, spending a lot of money on her, feeding her and doing shit like that and helping her out and stuff like that. But she asked for a bigger help, which was, redoing the bathroom or some shit, or doing a tile in the bathroom or something like that. Okay. So she invited him over to the house. He came over, did the measurements on the bathroom, played with her kids, I guess, a little bit, or talked to her kids or whatnot. And then got to talking about doing it. He talked about he want to fuck. She was offended. And she was upset. And I talked to her about it. I'm like, well, what do you expect? She was like, no, I made it very clear to him that wasn't on the table. It kind of disgusted. I'm like, well, obviously you didn't make it clear enough. Because, and this is what I told her, if you're an attractive woman, you should just assume that every man around you that's doing nice shit for you probably wants to fuck you. That shouldn't be surprising. I wouldn't think that was surprising at all. I don't see necessarily anything wrong with it. Oh yeah, the bathroom ain't gonna get done by him. Unless you're gonna give up some of that food on it. Okay? Now, I kind of was here or there on the shit anyway. Because my thinking is, one, ego. You call that motherfucker instead of me? Fuck you. Get what you get. Right? I know I do better tile than him, right? But the other one was that, look, you don't understand what you're playing with. You invited this man to your house. A man is seeing that as he's getting closer to you. You're asking for a big ass for him to spend some of his labor time, his free time, to do something in your house for you. And yes, you would pay him. Yeah, you would have to. But you could also give him some pussy. Now, if you didn't make that clear to him that pussy was never on the table, look, I got to applaud the dude for letting you know what it is, what the bill is going to come up to. Because he's been doing all this other shit for you. Feeding you, buying you food and stuff like that. He feel like, there is some payment that should be rendered. Now, while I don't believe that a chick just automatically owes you pussy for doing something for her, but that's just me and my disposition. Look, I learned a long time ago, don't do shit for a chick you ain't comfortable and just don't want to do. Plain and simple. But if you doing it because you expecting to get pussy back, you're looking like a dumb motherfucker. Because she will take that shit and go fuck the dude that never gave her anything but a hard time. It's just what it is, right? Now she playing half naive, but half trying to learn how to finesse people. Like, get fucked up with that. So I wasn't shitting on the dude, but I told her, like, look, you should just assume that every guy around you wants to fuck. She was somehow grossed out by that. Oh no, why? Because you ain't getting no fucking uglier. That's why. If you're not getting uglier, you're only getting pretty, right? Pretty enough where they are. Yeah, they want to fuck. So that's not that big of a deal. And I told her it's biology. If they're heterosexual, they probably want to smash. They probably do. Unless they got a wife. And even if they got a wife, they still might want to smash. They just don't say anything about it. She's thinking that's so gross. Like, no, if that's what he wants, then he can't be my friend. I said, do you think you were punishing him by taking away your friendship from him? And I kind of set her off. Because I was trying to get this motherfucker to understand the fact that, look, somebody that's been doing something for you and you've been doing nothing for them, you taking away your friendship because they wanted to fuck, they ain't doing nothing for them but saving them money. And now you going without. You asked them to do something because you was on the broke side. Look, any dude with some money, no, you can always find a broke bitch to screw. It's just what it is. You in need. He in need. Call it what you want to, but the shit happens. I know people staying in apartments right now because they keep breaking off the landlord once a month. Now, I may not approve of it, but it's also not my fucking life. That's their choices they make. So I'm simply trying to explain to this person that that's not that big of a deal. Right? At least he told you. Right? At least he told you. She got weirded out about the fact that, well, she said her kids were involved and he brought up the kids. Like, you let them do stuff like that. I mean, these are your choices. Why is the guy weird? Because he wants something from you. You want something from him. But y'all don't want to come to an agreement on the payment. Seemed like you was fine sucking up all the rest of the stuff. That's where it comes into time and resources. It's an older guy and a younger girl. The hell you think? Sterling, what else is there to offer? Yeah, you can pay them, but you have to be very clear. Under the table business deals is a thing. It happens. Like I said, I don't have to approve of it or disapprove of it. It happens regardless. My approval is not needed for it to go on. So she's mad, don't want to be his friend anymore. I'm simply trying to put it in her ear. I don't think it matters if you're his friend or not. But he can't prove that he really cares about me. Like, you're going to have to define how you mean care. Because caring if you eat one day is a lot different than caring enough to spend, my time, my pain on my knees, putting me in fucking tile for it. Because there's certain things you only do for a woman you having sex with. That's it. Look, I had a friend. I had a friend. But this friend asked me to come look at something on her roof for her. And I did just that. I did come and look at something on her roof for her. But then the friend asked me about doing the work and that she would pay and all the rest of it. Now, this friend, at least half a decade ago, I actually had sex with. Yeah. And I thought about it and I told her no, I wouldn't do the work. Why? Because to me, that's boyfriend shit. And I don't even use the term boyfriend, but that's stuff for your man to do. Because yeah, you could pay me to do it, but I wouldn't take payment. I want to fuck. What? So I turned it down. What up, Ray? So I turned it down and told her like that. Like, no, that's like boyfriend work. It's something for your man to do. Can't be over there like that. Because I've done that before. And this is how you learn as a young person. You have to go through these things and learn those lessons learn how to get burned or get burned doing that stuff to understand this is why I don't do shit like this for chicks that I'm not into. Why? Because me doing all this work for them ain't getting me nowhere. So have the next Negro laid up under the roof I just fixed, banging it out. And he didn't have to do none of the work to fix the roof. He didn't provide the money, none of that shit. So why the fuck should I do more, put in more effort than the dude you're gonna sleep with? Hell no. That's not how it works. Because in a sense, and we talk about this in the manosphere all the time, women don't respect a man's time or attention. They think that shit is just a given. So with this other friend that I'm talking about, I'm trying to get her to understand this shit. It's like men don't walk around in the world with a bunch of people just wanting to jump their damn bones. If they're so, they ain't saying it. It doesn't happen like that. So the fact that you got a bunch of guys around you in a space where it's predominantly fucking guys and everybody's simping for the opportunity to do something for you, you reveling in that shit. But somebody, because you can't move that way with a bunch of guys around. Hey, somebody gonna get pissed off and be real sick of your shit. Because nobody is gonna keep feeding time, attention, and money into your ass and not have no return. This ain't Vegas. This is not Vegas. No. Would you play a slot machine that you just keep feeding money into and it never pay out for you? What? No. Hell no. Why give it your attention? Why give it your time? Why give it your resource? No, your ass will be without a lot of shit. So I'm just trying to get the motherfucker to understand that shit. It's like, look, you can be mad all you want to, but taking your friendship from him ain't doing nothing. Ain't doing shit. And being offended that he wanted to fuck ain't doing nothing either. So at least he told you. He ain't punching you in the back of the head one day and trying to grape you over it. You don't want to fuck with him, fine, don't fuck with him. But that's why you don't fuck with people you work with. I have to see him too often. You have to vet. So I told her that, and I also told her ass that her know that no, it'll never happen needs to be strong. And she needs to approach it like she actually had a man. When she's saying this shit. Because if she actually had a man, she wouldn't be entertaining these motherfuckers like that. Because it would piss off her man. And she would have to give him a no. There's no chance of you getting in my pants a lot stronger to where he wouldn't keep asking. Because I told her, men are determined. Man here is talking to women. Come on, man. You got to be serious about that shit. You got to mean it. But you can't mean it one day and then want the person to take you to lunch the next day. This is why young females are irritating. Because they throw off so many fucking mixed signals. They don't even know what the hell it is they're doing. They don't. They don't know what the hell it is they're doing. Or what the hell they want. They think they do, they don't. Think of it this way. We all dudes in here. You know when a chick completely into you. You know it. Your phone can't stop blowing up. She can't stop trying to be in your face, sucking up your oxygen. Right? You know it. Other chicks, maybe you finesse. Maybe you talk to a little bit. I'm a Gen Xer, so talking to a chick is just what you do. Talk to her a little bit. Find out a little bit more about her. You ain't gotta, run in there for the kill. You can walk down the hill. You can walk down the hill with a cool strut. Just mouthpiece. But if you're gonna be offended because a man wants to do something with you, that's perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. Heterosexual, male, female, that's perfectly fucking normal. It's absolutely ridiculous to be insulted by that shit. No, it's gross. It's disgusting. How the fuck is that gross and disgusting when you got 2 fucking kids? Now, this ain't shitting on her. It's not. It's just pointing out a fact. You can't say this stuff is gross and disgusting after having children. Not once, but twice. So what I told her, I said, what you need to be worried about is not who wants to have sex with you, but how if that's what they want, they just want to get in your pants and you can't be friends with them and shit like that. You stop worrying about that. Worry about the motherfuckers. Because sex is simple. Sex is the easy part. Sex is easy. They don't take nothing to have or do sex. It's nothing. Hard part is that you needed to understand was that you need to worry about trying to pick somebody who would want to marry your ass and be a stepfather to your 2 children. Because that is where actual care and commitment is going to come in. Because it takes that to be a husband and a parent. It does. Because that's the position that you're in. And the position that you're in is not dictate that your friendship is so valuable when you don't put anything into it. You don't put anything into it. You don't put anything into them. Because if they want to fuck you, you're done with being their friend. You didn't value the friendship anyway. You don't value it enough to be able to separate the sex from the other thing. You don't. You just want all the goodies. You want all the time, but none of the responsibility. All the resources, but none of the payback. That's all it means. In that sense, it makes you seem really selfish. I'm not saying that a woman can't be selfish with her body and her vagina. Yeah, you should, but you also have to understand the position you're in. Obviously, they wouldn't be getting something new. And obviously, they would not be taking on a situation that is beneficial to them. It's not. So, a man wanting to have sex with you is like saying water is wet. There's a bunch of women that men want to have sex with, but they're not in access with them or ain't even close to them to do it. It's not that big of a damn deal. That's like the minimum. But what the motherfuckers didn't say is, oh, I want to marry you and help you raise your children. That's what the motherfuckers ain't saying. So the entry level part is not that big of a deal to me. Now, I was told I believe that because I'm a man. Well, I am a man. You're right. But that's just common sense. I'm also experienced. That's the other part that goes with it. So I thought it was an interesting conversation because although it seems silly as shit, simple, basic stuff, This is my daughter's age group. And it's interesting to see how they process this information. I know how my daughter processes stuff because it's my daughter. She was raised around me in my house, and yes, she's been to college for about, she's out of college now, but she's been away for 5 or 6 years, so she had learned some other shit. But this is still people in their age group. So it's curious to me to see the thought process, how they make decisions. And honestly, it's not any better than older folks. It's not. What up, Princessa? It's not much better. There's some areas yet, but other areas, fuck no, they have no concept. So I'd rather chill here than listen to negative Negro shit. Life is too short. I can agree with that. I saw Mr. Z went live right before I did, so I don't know what he was talking about, but I'm sure it was something else. But you do what you do. Don't show up for the food fights. Don't show up for the food fights. All other things. So I thought it was interesting. I thought it was an interesting situation to share because the question really comes into, since we got Princessa in there, she could actually help me out with this. Do you find it gross if you find out men around you want to have sex with you? It's like, I know Princessa probably a bit older than this. She might be in her 30s, I'm guessing. But you tell me, Princessa, does that fucking disturb you that some dude would want to have sex with you? If you're still in here, she might have breezed through, or she might be at the gym. Treadmill. It makes me remember, reminds me of what Kevin used to talk about women are born with value, right? The guys in this day and age, other females always want what they have, right? They're born with inherent value, right? The more pure, the better, right? Men have to make themselves valuable. So we don't walk through the world with everybody just wanting us. We don't. We have to make some strides in some area to get that kind of potential. Unless we are just genetically gifted and just blessed with the light eyes and the good hair and the skin tone and lips and nose that everybody wants their babies to have. That's what it is. Other than that, the rest of the normal motherfuckers in the world, you gotta make yourself valuable by speech or achievements. It isn't uncommon, but there are boundaries. Exactly, Princessa. So, short burst, how do you establish those boundaries with people? Because I don't know your age. I know you ain't supposed to ask women their age, but you are. As R. Kelly, you should be asking bitches their age. Headed to the gym in a couple hours. Okay, see, almost got your schedule. I almost got Princessa's schedule down. Almost know her schedule. I knew the gym was coming. Make mad mental notes. She's answering. Exactly. How you carry yourself. Exactly. So you too touchy feely with guys, it sends out the mixed messages. It sends the wrong signals. I remember I had a friend of mine have to tell me flat out this chick was into me because I wasn't reading those signals because she touched me. He's like, dude, she all into you. I'm like, what? No, the fuck she ain't. I mean, she fine as hell, but she ain't into me. Nah, she fucking into you, dude. How you know? You saw the way she was touching your hand? Yeah, she was showing me the paperwork. She didn't touch me. The fuck does that have to do with anything? Right? But no, she was, as I learned more, she was breaking that physical touch barrier and touching me, letting me know that she was interested. But if she did that with every dude in there, some people would have some misconstrued feelings. Can't touch on every guy. They never learned that shit yet. You can't go to lunch with every guy. One of them gonna feel some kind of way about that shit. Because for the woman, it might be beneficial to you because you're in a rich environment where it's not a lot of females. So you can eat for free 2 weeks for 2 weeks straight before you even getting paid. But you're running the risk of some people being pissed off. She thinks about it as leading people on. Like, well, it's not leading the motherfucker on unless you giving them the signals like you want to fuck. I'll protect you, can't touch you. Yeah, no shit. Because if not, giving the wrong messages. But it's really interesting to see somebody have to go through and learn that. It is. It's interesting to watch that shit happen. Because some of the outcomes, as an experienced member of the living world, you know what's coming next. You know what's going to come next. Somebody's going to be pissed off. Be a whole lot more going on. And somebody's going to be sitting in there mad when everybody but the one step turn their back and be like, fuck that bitch. Kids eat for free. Everybody else pays. That's what it means. So I just shake my head because psychologically I'm interested in watching stuff like this. I told you guys one of my favorite, pastimes is people watching because you can learn a lot from observation. It's completely different though when you can have a conversation with these people and see what's happening. It's no different than being out in the ocean, catching a shark, tagging that bitch, and then you come back a year later to see what's going on with that shark. And see what data that little tracking monitor recorded. Because truth be told, the older dude that told her he wanted to fuck, look, there's nothing wrong with him saying that shit to you. It's not. And if you didn't want anything like that from him, you should have never took anything from him. Or made it absolutely clear right off the bat in clear words, I do not want to have sex with you. Oh, you're not going to fuck. Or some shit like that. Something that is simple declarative, like, no, this is not going there. Because then what would happen if you actually did that, you would see that his time that he was spending on you would dry the fuck up. And that's what chicks don't want. They don't want that time to dry up. They don't want them resources not being spent on them because the more that happens, the more they got to go in their own pocket. What up, Lionel? He said the problem is how most women respond to the fact you stated. Yeah, it is. This is what comes down to understanding young people and how nobody has taught these youngsters much of any goddamn thing, really. They got all the weapons, the safeties are off, and nobody taught them how to use the damn thing. So they're gonna go out there and shoot themselves in the face of somebody else. What else is gonna happen? What up, Charles? My prediction is this person is gonna end up the person that she does get all into. She's gonna end up getting pregnant again. And that motherfucker gonna bounce again. Look, that's what ended up happening because she's not looking for somebody to necessarily be with. She wants to be all gross by the fact that somebody wants something from her. That's natural to want from somebody you're attracted to. But she's not getting into the rest of the character part. Like me personally, motherfucker would have never been around my kids. He would have never saw them. So I told you, if I come back in my next life as a woman, oh, murder is gonna be a law. Serious. No, I'd be the biggest bitch you ever see. I have to know when to banter, when to be assertive, and when to give your silence. My eyes can speak loudly. My poker face speaks volume. Yep, that's it, Princessa. Because it's all in how you respond. A lot of guys outside of your alpha, everybody is not going to just straight up be hardcore on hitting on you. They're gonna wait for some signs from you. If you constantly giving off those signs, like you giving choosing signals and shit, and don't understand there's a difference between choosing signals or being open to fucking friendship, you're gonna have a bunch of problems. You're gonna have a bunch of problems giving off the wrong vibe, the wrong fucking signals. And it's not the guy's fault that he's getting misconstrued. You don't understand what the fuck you doing. The guys get pissed off with that shit. They do. Because a guy with legit interest, that will fucking piss him off. He won't like, what was the line the Joker said? Never rub another man's rhubarb. He ain't gonna want to see you all filly and touchy with every motherfucker that come around. He's gonna have a problem with your ass. And chances are, experience shows that motherfucker will be the one that she get all in love with, the one that'll smack her ass up about that shit. That'll be the one she'll be head over heels for. It's a weird world. Weird world. But yeah, that's a lot of that stuff that I don't think this younger generation learned. They learned all about figuring out if they bisexual, trisexual, omnisexual, pansexual, all the rest of this other sex shit. Don't understand what sex means. Do not understand what it means to use that damn thing. And do not understand what it means to have a relationship with anybody. They got a lot of ideas and theories, no practical fucking knowledge, no real information on the ground. And it looks sad because me personally, I don't like seeing people get fucked up. I don't. I don't like watching that shit. I mean, give it. You ride a skateboard and jumping down a rail You eat shit, as long as you ain't seriously hurt, I'm fine with that. It's kind of funny. You broke your arm or some shit like that, your jaw, something. I'm not laughing about that. That was a little bit more than you needed at that point in time, even for the risk that you were taking. So I don't know. I just think I will have to see this person get into a really fucked up situation, and then I will know they will be asking me about it, and I'll have to tell them. Well, that's what happens when you go that way. You didn't ask the right questions. You didn't ask the right questions. Like you say, in for a penny, in for a pound. Don't be surprised. I would have to truly deserve the stink eye to get it from me. What Aquateki said? The princess of stink eye. Aquateki got jokes. You would have to truly deserve the stink eye to get it from me. Yeah, you can earn the stink eye. But yeah, but that was my thing on that shit. It was a bit interesting to me to hear this thought process. From my point of view, it's dumb as fuck. It is. It's dumb as fuck. Like you put yourself in that situation. You put yourself in that situation. You didn't get what you wanted out of it. What did you expect? He doesn't want something. You're not just gonna keep doing all this shit for you for fucking shits and giggles. No. Why? What would be the point? I can believe a female has a good poker's face. I can believe that. Don't have to like it, but I can believe it. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. In the comments section, this will be interesting. In the comments section of this video, if you had a young daughter, niece, or something like that, about 25 years old, put in the comment section what advice you would give her not to send the wrong signals to a man. Like one thing that you would tell her not to do, not to send the wrong signals to a man. And the wrong signals being not giving this man the impression that he could get in your box. Or that was off the table altogether. Put that in the comment section. That might be helpful for somebody because look, a lot of us are older, Gen Xers, elder millennials. We ain't in this pool with these dumbass kids, but they still in it. And even as a younger millennial, you think about 10 years from now, these will be the people in the club with you still. These will be the stories that you're hearing about, relationship explosions and all the rest. These will be the people you're still dealing with. They ain't going nowhere. They moving right along with you. So when they get up into their 30s, these are the people that you will be dealing with still. And if you listen to them, they'll probably sound like they just now hitting their 20s. Because that's how much arrested development has happened in the sense of dating, mating, and relating to each other. That's how much is out of whack. They just do not know. They just do not know. And when you send a bunch of people out there with a lack of knowledge, you're gonna get some crazy ass results. I mean, dude, sitting in the cheap seats, it looked funny as hell. Like, God damn, look at this shit here. I ain't going down there. It just looks like that. It just looks like that. And part of it is bad parenting, or I wouldn't say bad. Let's put it this way. ineffective parenting, and the culture. You got to help some of these motherfuckers. I mean, I don't have a problem with throwing a little bit of a cautionary tale or some useful information, a nugget of wisdom out there to some young folks, because maybe if they pick up enough of them, they'll get themselves right. But god damn, dude, this is gonna look like a whole mess, and it's worse to me. It's worse when these young people that don't know shit got kids. It's worse because this is the person supposed to be teaching these kids something, and if they don't know, the fuck you think that next generation is gonna know? Not a damn thing. Less than them, and that's the scary part. That is the scary part. So that's it. Him 23 again. 46. Or you just stop counting after 23, princess. My ex-father-in-law used to say that every birthday. Oh, I'm 18 again. Like, you ain't 18 again. You 18, you can't be here with us. Can't be in here with us. What the fuck? Anyway, that's it. I'm getting out of here. I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's no shade to her. It ain't no shade to the dude that told her what he wanted from her. It's no look. You got to be straight up with these motherfuckers, because if she didn't know that or was pretending like she didn't know, he would have did that whole job, and it would have been a real big fucking problem. It would have been a real big goddamn problem when that job was done and he was expecting some payment, and she still want to go out there and feel like she fancy free, and he's like, oh no, you supposed to be fucking me. Excuse me, the bill is due. All that shit is priming the pump in some ways. And like I told you guys before, this is just for me. Um, any amount of money that you spent before you got that pussy, you paid for it. That's how much you paid for it. And men don't bother spending their money on chicks they don't want to fuck with. They do not. Because Lizzo, I wouldn't buy Lizzo a hamburger. Not a salad, nigga. A fucking breadstick, a Slim Jim. No. Wouldn't buy her ass shit. Unless we were sitting down talking some business. And I might buy her a drink. But I ain't thinking about fucking. Now to be clear. That would be real goddamn clear. I'm not giving you the man, I want to fuck you vibes. That would not be the issue at all. Appreciate you lying now. Everyone is triggered and they're not disciplined. Yeah, they all triggered. They get triggered by the simplest silly shit. She got triggered because I even posed the suggestion that every dude around her wanted to fuck her. I was like, okay, well, there's a couple that might not want to. The gay guy probably don't want to fuck you at all. The married guys might not. But everybody else, yeah, they probably do want to fuck you. So, what difference does it make? The only person that gets to decide that shit is you. So, the fuck you worried about? 3B salute to Lionel for supporting the stream. Thank you, Lionel. There you go. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, I was like $5 for an hour. Boy, I am like less than immigrant wages, boy. 5 an hour? Y'all got me standing outside of Home Depot. Fucked up. Anyway, Princessa, go work out. Aquateki, I will catch you next time. I will not be doing I don't plan on doing a stream later tonight. I need to do a video. Need to get this review done for Across the Spider Verse, but we'll see what happens. I'm not at home tonight. Yeah, I thought Princessa was in her 30s too, but she presents herself very well as some more maturity. Some people, they not that damn age. I'm almost 50, dear. 46, 23 again. Most people think I'm mid 20s. So I'm 46. How do you know? I'm good at math and figuring out certain things. But you said it right there. You said I'm 23 again. That means you're 46. And you found this channel and come back. So you must like the conversation because I know my demographics and I hit an age group. I don't hit the younger people because they don't like hearing people talking a lot. They don't like hearing people talk a lot. That's why they miss a lot of shit because they're looking for sound bites, something quick and easily digestible so they can run and think they know every goddamn thing. But it is what it is. So I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you, Lionel, for supporting the stream. Like, share, subscribe, and do that other thing. Ring the bell so you get notifications when I go live because sometimes it is random. But it's hump day. I'm about to get in here and try to get it in. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.